Alright, me actually. Alright. Well, let me just check a couple of things. Alright, everything looks good. Get ready on time.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go. Alright, this is Super Time Force. It's an indie platform game that is rather cool. You can start by spawning as a variety of characters. First of all, this is Super Hardcore, which is a mode you unlock by finishing the game. So it's kind of like New Game Plus in a way. So this section is kind of hard. Damn it, alright. Off to a great start. Alright, still good. So here I'm going to switch to a character that will allow me to skip over this cutscene trigger. Just kind of jumping over it. Alright, I got it. Now usually the way I would have done that is I wouldn't have had to use any rewinds at all. So there's a bunch of stuff going on. I know it's kind of confusing. But yeah, you can rewind time at any point. And here I'm gonna kill myself intentionally, because I'm gonna do a damage boost later on. This will also permit me to do a bunch of rocket jumps that will allow me to skip over a section of the level. Not like that. Actually, I'll just wait here. Dude, what? Alright, there you go. Alright, sorry. I didn't mean to offend anyone. So here I'm going to switch to a character. Since I am not able to do the damage boost anymore, try to use... Actually, that's not going to work either. Alright, I'm just going to kill this guy then. So this is the Looker. He does a bunch of damage. And he's dead. Alright. So this next boss is pretty straightforward. Just kinda shoot his weak spots and blow him up. Now the Looker is very powerful. He does the most damage in the game. Yeah, sorry. Explaining this game is rather difficult. Especially since it's a New Game Plus category. But every time you basically die in one hit in this game. And in Super Hardcore, which is the category I'm running, if your character dies, you can't select that character anymore. In the normal difficulty of the game, you can spawn as any character at any time that you want. So it's actually, this category is actually very punishing if you make mistakes. Usually you can make it through pretty much any stage with 1 or 2 rewinds at most. So here I can make these jumps that will allow me to kind of clip through those walls if I do them right. Cool. Hopefully I can pull this skip off. That's really cool. I'm basically going to jump over the invisible wall at the end of the stage, so I don't have to kill this boss. Nice. And I'm actually going to do a similar thing for this level as well. So you'll see there's a health bar on the top left with a green meter. At the beginning of the stage there was a missile that there's this missile I have to protect basically, and it has to survive till the end of the stage to break this wall and end the stage properly. But I'm not going to do that. Instead I'm going to sort of ignore the missile for the most part, and I'm going to I'm going to skip over the last wall without having to worry about the missile making it through. I forgot to mute Discord. Alright, well that's not a big deal. I can do a backup strat. Alright, cool. Oh yeah, so this category is actually, even though it's more punishing, it's also a lot faster than the base game. Because I can do things like this. I can just clip through there. If I have a particular setup for it. You can just, this guy, Da Vinci, every character has I should have probably explained this, like, in the first minute. Every character has a normal attack, and a charge attack. So, Da Vinci's charge attack, as you can see, he spawns a turret, which also doubles as a platform. So what I did there is I basically tried to spawn two platforms at the same place, and what happened was, it kind of, like, pushed me through the wall. So here's another boss, and basically I'm going to be using the Looker for all of these bosses, just because he does an insane amount of damage, and I never have to switch characters, because he's pretty much all I need. So maybe I should talk about the storyline of this game. It's actually pretty silly. You're kind of going back in time and going through these periods to sort of mess around in them. So we have Colonel Rapitsky, who went back in time and had a kid with Cleopatra, except for some reason he led his kid to like this weird. He led his kid in like this weird Mad Max future for some reason. Now I have to get her back. And when I finish 90X, I will get her as a character. She'll be very useful in this run. Well, actually, I have her unlocked already, because I forget what I'm doing. Oh yeah, Ultra characters. Ultra characters are something you also unlock after you finish the game. They're like powered up characters of their. They're like powered up characters, but they also die. They have a timer. When they blow up, I believe after 10 seconds. For the most part, I won't be using them until, except in a couple of specific cases. So Jeff in this run is very useful because he has a rocket jump, which allows them to basically skip over large portions of levels and do a bunch of damage. But actually in this category he's less used because you have other movement options. Nice, okay. This stage is really tricky to pull off. Okay. Nice, okay. So there I switched to Ultra Looker, because usually I don't want to use Ultra characters because they're on the timer and they self-destruct and do a bunch of damage. And it makes you automatically rewind when they blow up as well. So I don't want to. I want to basically avoid rewinds as much as possible. But here it's very useful because I get a bunch of damage. So here I have the Looker and Zoe combo, which does 1 billion damage. And it's really useful in this stage in particular because it's basically like a little boss gauntlet. Minus. Actually, I forget the story reason why you go to Atlantis. Oh right, yeah, you want to go back in time and save Atlantis because you want to make it like the next state of the United States of America, to turn it into a vacation spot or something. It's pretty good. Alright, cool. Yeah, this game is on Steam. It's available on pretty much all the major platforms, I believe. PS4, 360, Xbox One, etc. So this character is called Chloe. She's the character we saved from the crazy Mad Max world. And she's really useful on this stage because there's a bunch of small enemies that are really annoying. But with Cleo, you can just plow through them without ever stopping. This climb is especially troublesome, just because there's a million things that can kill you. There's these birds with sunglasses, there's these robots with grenade and spear dudes. But it's all good. I got through just fine. So this is a boss. He's dead. Alright, this next stage has a clip similar to the one I did in the medieval stage. This skip saves quite a bit of time. It saves like 50 seconds if I can do it correctly. Dude, first try, nice. So I basically, again, I spawn 2 platforms at the same spot, and the collision gets really wonky. Actually, I'm here. I'm spawning platforms to jump over that an invisible barrier there. And please, okay, whatever. You can clip back inbounds and go a bit faster, but sometimes it doesn't work. It's super random whether it works or not. Here I have a particular setup with this character. Actually, I didn't make this, somebody else did. Somebody else called Proton. He's pretty cool. He doesn't run this game anymore, fortunately. But with this setup, you can skip a phase. Actually, I'm not going to be able to do that because his health is all messed up. Oh, it still worked! Okay, cool, never mind. I did it. Usually, to get that quick kill, his health needs to be lower, but it still worked, which was surprising. Okay, future. Alright, here we go. So this is a stage where I really don't want to die. I can make it through with just Zoe on her own. So I guess I'll explain why it is that I'm using the characters that I'm using, if it wasn't obvious so far. Zoe's really good because she can gain a ridiculous amount of height with her canisters by doing the sort of jump I just did. She also has insane damage. So this stage has a weird clip at the end, where I missed that run. Alright, cool. Alright, cool. I'll try to damage boost into the boss at a specific time. Hold on, I can go back up here. Actually, that's not the right character. So I have to re-kill myself again because I accidentally took damage from that guy. Alright, cool. So that boss is really weird because there's like an invisible wall that moves, and I guess when you take damage, you sort of get boosted in the opposite direction of the wall, and it kind of squeezes you through. So you can just skip that boss fight entirely. I killed a bunch of cop cars off screen, if you can tell. Alright, I'm going to the Internet Explorer Zone, or the Netscape Zone, I guess. Is what it resembles the most to, I guess. Shoutouts to dragons. This guy spawns bombs, and if you blow up the bombs next to the boss, he can take extra damage. But it's super RNG based, and right now he's not giving me the best pattern ever. That wasn't bad. I'll take that. Alright. We're going to Dino Land in the aim of stopping the extinction of the dinosaurs to integrate them into modern society, because it's a cool thing to do. once again, I'm going to use Ultra Looker here. And he's just going to body everything. So this is a boss. Now he's dead. There's gonna be here. I do a little bit of camera manipulation, so I was looking down there, and what that does is that it makes the AI act in a different way. So it gives me enough time to just jump through there and skip everything. Ooh, nice. All right, cool. So there, if you actually climb the top of the vine, you get a little cutscene where you put on a jetpack and fly off the screen. But you can just sort of land on the right side of the pillar, just rocket jump to the exit, skip the cutscene that way. Stage is pretty straightforward. You just kind of go through, and since you have boomerangs all around you, you can just kill the comets that are going towards you very easily. By the way, I'm on a pterodactyl that's wearing a jetpack. What's my time, by the way?
It's about a 23-ish.
Okay. I'm doing a lot better than expected. The beginning of the run was super rocky, but yeah, I should be able to make it on the rest of it. Last couple of words were...
And I'm here, like, whenever time is called, I'll be listening.
Alright, cool. This is sort of a refight of the very first boss you fight. He's pretty easy, honestly. Most of the bosses in this category are super easy to deal with, just because you have the looker. Here I'm going to use a new character called Amy. And Amy, her charge shot goes through pretty much any surface in the game. And you also get a nice little recoil with your charge shot, which will allow me to make these sort of jumps. And there's no boss at the end of the stage, so it's entirely movement based, so I don't really need any huge sources of damage. Oh yeah, this level also has like a rising lava wall that you have to escape, but that's not really an issue in the speedrun. You can outrun it pretty easily. Yes, there are optional challenge levels. It's called the helideck. The helideck is a lot more puzzly in nature, where you sort of have to be at certain spots at certain times in order to collect items and stuff. But it's not really a good watch because a lot of the challenges are sort of like time capped very heavily because they're like everything is on a timer basically. Time is going to be soon after this health. Wait, no, hold on. I'll tell you when. Time.
26:31.
What? Are you serious? Did you start the timer late?
Serious.
What? No.
No, I started exactly when you said go, and I stopped it exactly when you said time.
Oh, that's actually a really solid time. Actually, I think that would have been close to PB had my beginning not been complete. But okay.
Hey, good job, dude.
Thanks. So whenever you want to switch to next game or whatever.
Yeah, I suppose we should do that. Next on the schedule is... Looks like we got Bastion by Lunaxity, so Lunaxity, come on in. And you can just feel free to end stream whenever.
Alright. I'll end stream right now. Thanks for letting me into the marathon and run this sick game.
Yeah, that was pretty sick, dude. Good dog. Or good job, not... Ugh, I'm so bad at pronouncing words.
It's fine. Alright. I'm gonna put down the stream.
Cool.